Welcome to Tyler's Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Today is July the 25th, 2023. Finally, oh my god, finally, this summer is almost over. One more month we have. I'm happy. I don't know everybody else is happy. But we do have some matches that got added to SummerSlam. If you guys didn't watch Raw tonight, I need to find it. La 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 la. Hey. Goodbye. Oh, that's the wrong one. That's NXT. We don't want NXT. Alright, so let's see what matches that we could tell you guys. Because that's not part of the matches. So we had a face-to-face between Logan Paul and Ricochet. And ladies and gentlemen, Ricochet issued a challenge to Logan Paul. And Logan Paul attacked Ricochet. After Ricochet said a whole bunch of words. Logan Paul attacked Ricochet. And he was filming a video. I think at TikTok. I don't do TikTok, so I'm sorry guys, I don't do TikTok. And then Ricochet just popped up and then a super kick Logan Paul, and then he did a video as well for a little bit. And we have a match between Ricochet and Logan Paul for SummerSlam. Two high flyers who go at it at SummerSlam next week. Why did I make that go bigger? Didn't mean that. Then we had Ronda Rousey versus Shayna Baszler. We already know this match is happening, but it's going to be a fight. I don't know what that means because there's no stipulation that says something about a fight. It says singles match. So they want to fight, and I guess that I thought it was going to be like a Lions Den match, like what Owen Hart had with Den Severn. What's his name? I forgot his name. I know I watched the match on the WWE Network. And on WWE On Demand, 24/7 On Demand, a long time ago. I know I watched that match, but I forgot what was the guy's name that Owen Hart faced. And I believe Steve Blackman was in one as well in the Lions Den, with Ken Shamrock, I believe. And then next was a face-to-face between Drew McIntyre and Gunther. And Drew McIntyre issued a challenge to Gunther in Tampa. That's where they were on Raw, and Gunther said no. He declined. But he did say that he will wrestle Drew McIntyre at SummerSlam. It will be for the Intercontinental Championship. So why is the United States Championship not dependent on SummerSlam, but it's like the day after, the week after? I don't understand that. Because we have to see who wins the Battle Royal, and next week, it's the week before SummerSlam. This should be the finals, and to see who's going to face Austin Theory at SummerSlam. What's the point of that? What is the point of that? Well, ladies and gentlemen, we had more segments here. Did not make a match for SummerSlam, but we had a contract signing at the end of Monday Night Raw, and we had the Judgment Day opening segments. So it was only three of them: Rhea Ripley, Finn Balor, and Damian Priest, talking about how great they are. Because Rhea Ripley is the Women's World Champion, Damian Priest is Mr. Money in the Bank, and Finn Balor is nothing. He doesn't have a championship. He doesn't have a briefcase. He has nothing to hold. And then they had a video package of Dirty Dominic Mysterio of how he won the NXT North American Championship. And then they introduced Dirty Dom to the ring. And he came in, and then nobody wants to hear him. He said, let's see a video package. Nobody heard what he said until he looked at the Titantron and show everybody what he done in WWE since he joined the Judgment Day. Nobody really cares. I'm sorry, but nobody cares. And then, ladies and gentlemen, all these boos happening until Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn pop up. The fans went nuts with the cheers, not boos this time. And then Kevin Owens is a little confused because they did this before last week. and then they had to beat them up in the tag team match. And they don't understand that. And then Sammy issued a challenge to Dirty Dom. Dirty Dom accepted the match. I'm surprised he has no grapefruits for it, because every time he hits somebody, he runs away like a big baby. But he said that you guys had a problem that last week we didn't defend, our titles was on the line, and then they turned into titles on the line. Sammy wants Dirty Dom to put his North American title on the line in their match. And Rhea Ripley is the one that accepted the challenge, not Dirty Dom. Because he looked like he was going to cry. He looks like he's going to pee his pants, say my title is going to be gone. We will get to that when we get to that match. Then we had first match of the evening. We got Becky Lynch versus Zoe Stark. There's a lot of stipulation is happening in this match. If Becky loses, she will have to say, thank you, Trish. And she has a tattoo on her chest. Thank you, Trish. Trish, not Tish. Trish. And ladies and gentlemen, but if Becky Lynch wins, she will have her rematch with Trish Stratus. I don't really care for this match because Trish is the botch machine. Because she botches everything. I really don't care for this match that's happening. If it does happen at SummerSlam, I hope it doesn't. I'm hoping that Rhea Ripley defends that title. I'm hoping we have 2 women's matches. We already have one, the triple threat match. And let's see if we get a women's world champion. Because I do not want to see Becky Lynch and Trish Stratus. I'm a big fan of them, but Trish, she left WWE for years and doesn't look like she perfected it now. She was a WWE diva back in the day when nobody cared about the women's wrestling. But now these days, the women's wrestling is better, and Trish Stratus does not know that women's wrestling. So I'm sorry to say it, but I don't want to see this match happen at SummerSlam. I will be okay if it happens on Raw next week or after SummerSlam. But please don't put it on SummerSlam. I understand Trish Stratus is a big star. She's a WWE Hall of Famer. She should be on SummerSlam, but not in a match. If she was in a tag team match, teaming up with Zoe Stark, I would be happy with. But right now, if it's a one-on-one match, I would not care less. That will be my pee break. Or a take a nap break if that happens on SummerSlam. So, please don't let that happen. So, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that match was Becky Lynch. Trish Stratus trying to get herself involved, and then she got got taken down by Becky Lynch. Zoe Stark trying to cheat. But the winner of that match was Becky Lynch. Good job. She gets a rematch, but we don't know when. It doesn't say anything about SummerSlam, so we don't know what's happening there. Then we had Dominic Mysterio versus Sami Zayn for the NXT North American title. So we saw the Judgment Day trying to, they did attack Sami while the referee's back was turned, and Kevin Owens knocked out Damian Priest off the apron, and then the referee saw Kevin Owens on top of the apron. And the referee kicked Kevin Owens out. And then the referee saw Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest waving by. And then the referee kicked the Judgment Day out. So we had a one-on-one match for a bit. Not for a bit. It was a pretty decent couple minutes. But ladies and gentlemen, the fans was going nuts. I love wrestling fans, man. I love it. I love all these fans has the passion and love the sport. Some people think WWE is not a sport. I say it is because it's the same fan base for hockey, for baseball, football. But in a football, baseball, and a hockey game, you don't hear the crowd like them. I watched some of hockey before. Because when I was a teenager, my dad has it on TV. I've seen it before. And it sounds boring because you only hear the skates scratching on the ice. You don't hear the people. The only time you hear the people is when there's a goal. But the wrestling fans, they cheer for everything. I'm happy to go to wrestling events because they cheer for everything. What they say, what they do in the match. It doesn't matter if it's a finisher or it's just an awesome move. We all react. I like it. Maybe my dad's not going to like me very much now. Well, he's not going to be happy because I make fun of hockey. He's a big fan of hockey, baseball, and football. So he might not be really too happy with me saying all of those things. But it's true. I've seen those sports. I have seen these fans, and they haven't been going nuts. That's what I've seen. They go nuts for a goal. That's it. I was joking that my dad would not like me. He will always like me. It's just, well, sports with him, he makes it too serious. A lot of people make it serious because everybody wants to see Canada's teams win, and we haven't seen a lot of wins these past couple years, and we all want to see it. Well, I don't really care for those sports, but yeah, we all those guys want to see it, and my dad wants to see it too. So, sorry, Dad, for making fun of the sports that you like, but it's true. I'm not a big fan of those kind of sports because they're so quiet. And I can't, it's hard, and they're very long. 3 hours of Raw I could handle. And it's all craziness. Freaking 3 hours of hockey, I'm just hearing ice. And the puck. And the stick. Nothing else. So I'm okay with that. But ladies and gentlemen, we have Dominic Mysterio versus Sami Zayn. It was a pretty decent match. But ladies and gentlemen, at the end, we saw Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley throw Kevin Owens onto the on the ramp while he's hurt. Sami Zayn was distracted, and Dominic Mysterio gets the roll-up pin, and he gets the win. Dominic wins the match, and looks like he's scared to go up the ramp, so he uses the audience away. He's scared. He's a big baby. Come on, guys. He's a big baby. He runs away. You saw... The only part, he's a big baby because when he slapped Cody Rhodes for the very first time, he ran like a big baby. He ran up, slapped Cody, ran back because he's a big, giant baby. Hey, he's doing his character right because he's making people hate him. So he's doing his job right. That's what heels do. Make the fans hate them. You hate the character. You don't actually hate the human being. People. Then we had Bronson Reed versus Tommaso Ciampa, but Tommaso Ciampa went up to the face of Shinsuke Nakamura to tell him that he forgives the kick that he got last week for costing Shinsuke his match against Bronson Reed. He says, I hope I don't see you out there this time. So we got Bronson Reed versus Tommaso Ciampa. Ciampa was about to win until Shinsuke showed up. He's walking to the ring, and he didn't attack him. Bronson Reed won the match with a tsunami, but Tommaso Ciampa got distracted. I don't know if we're going to get DIY in a tag team match. We don't know how bad Johnny Gargano's injury is because we heard that he's injured. We just don't know how bad his injury is and how long he's going to be. Well, we're supposed to have Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan wants revenge for her tag team partner, Raquel Rodriguez, after Rhea Ripley hurt Raquel's leg. That's how they lost the women's tag team titles. Liv Morgan was doing her entrance until Rhea Ripley attacked Liv Morgan, beating her up, and then she starts smashing a chair into the arm of Liv Morgan. She put her arm inside of the chair and stomp on it. That hurt. Why did I slap my arm? But she didn't do it once. She did it twice. Poor Liv Morgan. Then we had Damian Priest versus Apollo Crews. And the winner of that match was Damian Priest getting the win against Apollo Crews. Then we had the segment, and Lockwood Kaiser got himself involved. And ladies and gentlemen, Drew McIntyre issued a challenge to Lockwood Kaiser. He's saying that we're both dressed to fight. Let's fight tonight. And after the commercial break, it was official that Drew McIntyre versus Lockwood Kaiser. Ugh. But ladies and gentlemen, it was a pretty decent match, but the winner of that match was Drew McIntyre. Gunther wasn't happy, so he attacked Drew McIntyre. The rest of the Imperium attacked Drew McIntyre until Matt Riddle came out, and then the Imperium attacked Drew McIntyre. And then, ladies and gentlemen, Gunther was just destroying Drew McIntyre outside the ring. He was about to powerbomb Drew McIntyre through an announce table until Drew McIntyre reversed the powerbomb and did a powerbomb for himself onto Gunther into an announce table. I messed up my words. Then we had the Seth Rollins and Finn Balor's World Heavyweight Championship contract. And ladies and gentlemen, Finn Balor had some words to say before Seth Rollins showed up. But Seth Rollins, when he showed up, he had some words and trying to get in Finn Balor's head, saying that Finn Balor's going to lose anyhow. If he loses the match, he loses. But if he wins the match, he still loses because Damian Priest will still cash in on Finn Balor. That's what Seth Rollins says, that if you win the World Heavyweight Championship, you're going to have a shortest reign. It's going to be shorter than your Universal Championship reign. But when Finn Balor was talking, the rest of the Judgment Day came out. Dominic and Damian Priest came from the audience, and Rhea Ripley came from the ramp. They all surrounded Seth Rollins, and Finn Balor says this has been a 7 years hell, and now he's going to make Seth Rollins his B word. 7 years B word. And then Seth Rollins just tries to attack the rest of the Judgment Day. But when Damian Priest knocks Seth Rollins out with the briefcase, he looks at the briefcase, he looks at Seth Rollins, Finn Balor looks at Damian Priest. Does Damian Priest look like he was going to cash in? Well, too late, because Sami Zayn came out with the chair and started whacking everybody with a chair until Rhea Ripley attacks Sami Zayn. And then the rest of the Judgment Day attacks Sami Zayn. And then they start doing their finisher moves. The Razor's Edge, the Frog Splash, and then the coup de grace onto Seth Rollins to end Monday Night Raw. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't take it too seriously that when I say my dad's not going to like me, he is going to like me. He likes me. It's just... He loves his sports. Everybody loves their sports. I love wrestling. And my dad loves the other sports. So don't take it too serious. Okay? Okay. Because I don't know. Just don't take it too serious. Some people take things serious on videos. I don't want people to take serious. Please and thank you. Don't take it serious. That's all for me today. Time is up. If you guys enjoyed this video, you know what to do. The like button, comment below, and subscribe, and the notification bell. That's all for me today. Time is out. Bye. See you guys tomorrow for NXT results. Gable Stevenson has a decision. Will he go back doing his gold medals? Or will he come to NXT? That's all for me today. Time is out. Bye.